Hi, I'm Gabriel. This is Black Forest Comics Weekly Review episode number 47, where we'll bring you comics from the week and comics from the coming week, as well as some news. Brought to you by Skaldic Media and the music by Raisin K. So let's get started with this week's comics. Alright, first up, Spiderman Issue number 6. Now this is a Civil War tie-in, because all the mainstream issues are starting to tie into the Civil War now. And that does not exclude Miles Morales. So as you know, Miles Morales is going through school, and he's having issues right now with his mother, thinking he's hiding some terrible secret, that he's doing drugs or something's going on. And so her mom, his mom's mom, hires a private investigator to follow him around. And this private investigator finds out that he is indeed Spider-Man. And he has this long discussion with Tony Stark about what's going on. And Tony Stark, is explaining to him what they're doing is profiling. And, Miles Morales is ethnic, so he's like, I understand that. I understand how that's going to be bad. And so he goes and he tells his father, because his father does know that he is Spider-Man. So it's explained to his father. His father's kind of telling him, and he's like, well, you have to tell your mom at some point that you are Spider-Man. And so he's like, okay, we'll get to that. And so he's wondering where his mom is, and at the very end, his mom goes to talk to the private investigator. The private investigator is saying, if you don't want me to do this anymore, you have to tell your mom to tell me to cut the contract. And as she's leaving, she's like, tell me the secret of my son. So we're going to find out what happens. Miles Morales is probably going to go with Team Iron Man just because of what's going on, and he sees it as a profiling thing. So yeah, that's Spider-Man issue number 6. Second issue is going to be from Dark Horse Comics. Black Hammer issue number 1. Now this is a cool comic. It's a brand new comic, brand new characters from Dark Horse. What it is this first issue is telling you the backstory. What happened is there was some heroes. There was a group of heroes that, kind of like a Justice League type group, they fought together and they were fighting this evil entity. And somehow something happened. One of the heroes lost their life and all the heroes disappeared. Turns out for the past 10 years they've been living on this farm. Different life, different bodies, everything's just different to them. And they've just been living their life for the past 10 years trying to hide who they are and trying to find some way to get back to where they belong. So yeah, it's a really compelling, interesting story. It's just a lot of back history on who they are, this first issue is. I really encourage you. It's going to be a short story, maybe 4 or 6 issues. Go get it. Go check it out. It's going to be a really great story. All right. And then Snotgirl from Image Comics, issue number 1. This is also going to be a short 4-part series. It's about a YouTube personality she's real big on fashion, does all this stuff, and she's having a breakdown. She's having a mental breakdown is what's happening. And she's seeing that her allergies are making her look ugly. She believes that she just has snot running all the time, that everyone can see it, that it's just this big issue in her head. It's pretty much just about people having to deal with self-image issues. And at the very end, she's trying to go out with this friend, ends up killing the friend, or so we believe killing the friend because she thinks the friend says something about snot. And yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy story. I don't know what's happening. It's a good psychological thriller if you want to read something that's very, thought-provoking. Read that. It's an interesting story to see where it goes. All right, and then lastly, for our kids comic, Power Rangers issue number 5. Now in this issue, we find the Power Rangers fighting a giant monster in Italy, and we see Jason David Frank, Green Ranger, whatever his name is in the show. We see him jumping out of the Zord, going to talk to people in the middle of a fight, he's trying to guide people away and keep them safe. But everyone's fighting. Zach, the Black Ranger, he is in the Zord, and he is kind of doing the main controls for it right now, and he's fighting that giant monster, and he kind of wins the battle. And so Rita approaches him. She kidnaps him while he's back in America now. She kidnaps him and offers him this great deal, saying, look, I can make you a brand new Ranger. All you got to do is, just say that you don't want to be a Ranger anymore. Give up your powers willingly, and I will give you new Ranger powers. You can be the new Green Ranger. You can get all the glory. And so Zach's kind of like, well, maybe it's the best thing to help people. And so he acts like he's giving her the Power Ranger thing, and then the very last minute when the bad guy catches it, he punches him, grabs it back, and fights Rita, ends up, wishing his way back, or however they do it, zippity-doo dying, back to Zordon, and he tells Zordon what's happening, and they're like, don't tell the other ones yet. We're going to see what Rita's trying to do and see what she's trying to build up and how she's trying to divide the family of Rangers. So it's good. I enjoyed this more than I did the series when it came out on TV. This is more, I guess, more interesting, more compelling, more thought-provoking than what the series was on TV. Yeah, it's a good comic. So check that one out, issue number 5 from Power Rangers. So that's going to conclude this week's comics. Let's talk about next week's comics. Next week, there's a whole bunch of awesome comics coming out next week. So we're going to kind of go through it, just hit on some main ones real fast and swing through this because there's a lot coming out next week. 4001 AD from Valiant, issue number 3. This is a 4-part series, so we're almost to the end with that one. So you want to check that one out. The all-new, all-different Avengers, issue number 12. There's a lot going on with them. Remember, this is the Avenger team that has Deadpool in it. Batgirl, issue number 1 will be coming out. Black Panther, issue number 4 is coming out. Beauty number 9 from Image Comics, which has been stellar. I really enjoy Beauty. Captain America Steve Rogers, issue number 3 will be coming out for all you Captain America fans that have read issue number 2. You freaked out with issue 1. Read issue 2. It explains everything. Issue 3 is going to seal the deal for you. All right, so check that one out. Dark Souls, issue number 3. Detective Comics, issue number 937, because they reverted back to the original numbers. Thank you for that. Not really, I'm being sarcastic. Divinity from Valiant, issue number 4 of 4. So this is going to be the finale for Divinity, which has been a great comic. I'm sure I've told y'all before, you heard me talk about it before. Valiant, to me, it's one of my favorite comic storylines, and Divinity is an amazing comic. It makes you think, and that's what you want to do with comics. You want to think. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, issue number 1 will be coming out. Rom, issue number 1, because they're bringing Rom back. Thanks for that. Mighty Thor, issue number 9 will be coming out. Red Hood and the Outlaws, their Rebirth issue will be coming out, so that will be one to grab a hold of when it comes out. Spider-Gwen, issue number 10. Titans, issue number 1, so this is after the Rebirth. Titans, one of the few Rebirth stories that I'm really enjoyed so far. I'm happy with it. A lot of them have been hit or miss. Titans did good because they built up over the whole year with that whole Titans hunt thing. They really did a good job tying that all together. Transformers Titans Return, a one-shot, speaking of Titans. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ongoing, issue number 60 is coming out. X-Files Annual for you few people that do read X-Files. And the Uncanny Avengers, issue number 11 will be coming out. So those are some key issues that you want to keep an eye out for coming out next week. All right, so let's talk about some news, and there's a lot going on. So there's a lot going on. This weekend is San Diego Comic-Con, and also in conjunction is the Black Forest Comics second triannual Artist Expo, which will be this Saturday from 12 to 6. So if you're not doing nothing this Saturday and you're in the Seguin area, San Antonio, Austin, San Marcos, New Braunfels, Gonzales, Nixon, wherever, come by, check us out. It's a free Artist Expo. We're going to have several artists in here doing commissions, selling some of their personal prints that they have. Check it out. It'll be a good time. We're going to have a sale on some toys and maybe some comics as well. So come check us out this Saturday. But San Diego Comic-Con, we are seeing a lot of exclusives come out, a lot of amazing toys coming out, a lot of amazing TV shows. Netflix has dropped the trailer for Iron Fist, for Luke Cage, and so the Defenders are coming out. It's going to have Luke Cage and Danny Rand. You guys know me. I'm a big fan of them. They are the original power couple. You get it? You get it? Because they got powers. Wah, wah. So that's coming out. They showed the trailers for it on YouTube. You can see them. They're amazing. Netflix. We're not worthy, Netflix. Please go teach Fox, Marvel Cinematic Universe something. Also, we saw the Power Rangers in their suits. Meh. 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 I'll let you decide. Yeah. See the picture. Also, what else came out? I don't even know. Hello. I don't remember what else we started. Okay, so that's going to conclude the news. Let us know if you're going to come out. Let us know what you're reading. Let us know what you want us to talk about. And we'll see you next week. Alright, second one from Dark Hammer. Black Hammer issued... I said from Dark Hammer. I did say from Dark Hammer. It's not Dark Hammer, it's Dark Horse.